I mean, I thought it was an interesting debate. I felt good about it from our standpoint because, once again, we had two fundamentally different views, and Senator Clinton's idea is that we can keep doing the same thing and we'll achieve the policy goals that have been eluding us for years. And Senator Obama's making the case for genuine change, that if you don't end the sort of food fight in Washington, if you don't take on the special interests, and if you don't bring this country together, level with people, involve them in the process, then you're going to end up with the same result. And so I thought it was good. They had there were some interesting things there. Senator Clinton, who had been a strong supporter of NAFTA and all of the free trade initiatives of the Clinton administration and beyond. Thank you. And now posits herself as an opponent of them. She said at a debate in Iowa that she wasn't sure when she would introduce comprehensive immigration reform. In fact, she heatedly resisted whether she would do it in her first year, but now that she's in Texas, she says she'll do it in her first 100 days. So I guess when you talk about change, that's a change. And then, of course, Iraq. Which continues to be a significant differentiation between the two in terms of how they view the world. And there were several of those issues, but Iraq is central to it. I was interested that Senator Clinton said that she would challenge John McCain for voting for this wasteful war. And it was kind of a surreal moment because she was sitting right next to him voting for the same war. And that's Senator Obama's point. It's going to be hard to debate John McCain over the war when you were essentially working with him in passing the war and promoting that war. Promoting that war resolution. I thought I don't know that new ground was placed, but I think it continues to show the differentiation between these candidates. I think so. Look, on health care, the question isn't whether he's clear. The question is, Senator, as he explained, Senator Clinton has proposed a mandate, and the mandate requires everyone to go out and buy health care, whether they can afford it or not. That's the issue here. The 15 million that she claims aren't going to be covered that's her estimate of the number of people who don't want to buy health care, and she will compel them to buy it. And she said on ABC a couple of weeks ago that she would go after their wages, but she won't say how much it will cost them. And that's a significant issue. You can't have a mandate. No expert will tell you that you can't have this individual mandate requiring people to buy health care unless you have a very, very stiff penalty. We've gone now 13 months and she still hasn't said what that penalty will be. And until she does, it's not real. It's illusory. It's one of those Washington games that we've become used to.
David, is this thing going to be over before the convention?
Well, I hope so. I think that I think there'll be a coalescence in this party. I don't know when it will come. I think there's a movement for change in this country. I think Senator Obama is leading that movement within our party and bringing others into our party. And we hope to continue to build our lead in delegates. And I think if we do, I think there'll be a consensus at some point. When it comes, I don't know. We're fighting for every vote and every delegate here in Texas and Ohio. We started off well behind. We understand that. Senator Clinton brings the most famous name in national politics or Democratic politics, and 20 years of political relationships in both these states. And we're going to have to overcome that. But we have faced those obstacles before in other states. And what's happened is that record numbers of people come out, young people, independents, disillusioned Republicans re-registering, because they know that if we're going to solve these problems that we're talking about here, we're going to have to fundamentally change the way we're doing business. We're going to have a different kind of presidency than the one we have now, one that listens, one that unifies, one that doesn't engage in the kind of partisan fighting that has become so commonplace in Washington.